morning. Good morning. Let's bring everybody in. I'm just starting. Yeah, it's looking more and more like, yeah, Donald is
These deals can be complicated. But, thinking about it, it makes sense now why
he's on the watch. Now, at least the Supreme Court actually gave us something else to quickly talk about this morning in their surprise little, wow, follow the law, not our own little white supremacist beliefs. By actually telling Alabama to redraw their maps, which they were originally found to be bullshit. But, again, it's that crap that, justice delayed. Yeah, because in this case, it really did fuck us over. Because it really did make sure that Joe Biden didn't get everything accomplished that he could have, which is mainly just to get rid of what fucking Reagan did, which really did fuck us over. I mean, yeah, it made Walmart a lot of money. It made us into box store haven, but it sure is, and it killed Main Street. 100% killed Main Street because it made everything into, yeah, you get it from the port because it's got to be imported. You don't get it from the local store. You don't get it from the local producer. You get it from China, from India, and that's basically what Biden's kind of throwing away. He's saying, nope, we're going to put the chips back. Once we put the chips back, you put a hell of a lot of manufacturing back here because suddenly all the chips flow from here, not from there. And it's making a huge difference. It's why we continue to see more and more production here. It's not just the battery production. It's not just the government crap that they put money into. It's stuff that goes around it that has to go. And the fact that we're actually getting streets put back, fixed up, cleaned up, bridges that are about to fall down, may not. Oh my God. So I'm loving Tony because I'm sure he's going to be bitching about what the hell's going on with Trumpy screaming on Fraud Social. Oh, here. Let's listen to him for a second because I love Tony talking about.
This isn't rocket surgery. Jesus Christ.
Rocket surgery.
But he's at the end of the line here.
Rocket surgery.
It seems.
I want to see the rocket surgery.
To indict him. Now, again,
I love rocket surgery.
There could be a lot of different situations, folks. So don't get too. I
love rocket surgery.
If it doesn't happen as fast or as exactly like you want it to happen. And what I mean by that is Donald Trump is not going to see the inside of a jail cell anytime soon.
No. Not at all.
Anytime soon. Even if he goes to trial, he's convicted, folks.
No, it'll be a long time. We're talking probably.
It's likely that a federal judge, even with these charges outstanding, if he gets a conviction, it is likely that a judge will let him go to house arrest until he seeks appeal.
Right.
I mean, that's possible.
But here's the problem. And here's the problem. Here's what I'm going to say before Tony even gets into it. Because I don't think he's going to go there. I just don't think. Everybody is so, he's going to shut up and wait for the fucking charges. It's like Rude Pundit said earlier, wait for the charges. I have a feeling there is a reason that they're going to put this in Florida. And if Donald Trump and his minions, his dumb COO, did what I think he did and actually purchased an off-the-shelf security system, including the monitoring, what the DOJ has is every fucking dime of his security. Because any good security company not only keeps it, they keep it backed up on slow, monotonous disk, but they keep every dime of it. So we need to know what the charges are. Once we understand what the charges are, then I'll listen to any of you. But for the most part, everybody's just spewing crap for now to put their 24-hour news cycle into rotation. Because that's all it is. That's all you're doing right now. You're just saying, oh. Well, hold on. Let's find out what the charges are, and then we'll go from there.
Going to be a surprise, though, is when the country rejects him. Not the Republican Party. You got to remember, we're in a Republican primary. I would imagine if there is indictments soon and they are announced publicly, it will solidify. It will make sure to codify him as the nominee.
I don't think so. I really don't. I just don't think so.
Of the criminal
I think of his 30%, yes. But is that 30% going to be enough?
Going to go. What I mean, who else is going to win?
Oh, I think you're going to be surprised.
Mike,
like I said, we've got months to go before voting starts. So that's the only reason I say, hold on, guys. Before you go nutso with this, it's going to codify him. No. Nope. I'm sorry. I've watched a lot of shit that is screaming no. No. Numbers don't fucking lie. You know, do any of you remember when he used to literally say, look at my rallies. Look at my rallies. I'm getting more than Bernie. Anybody remember that? Remember that bullshit? Well, see, the problem is, if you really do remember that bullshit, you get the fact that hold on. It doesn't matter how many people you get because it just looks pretty. But the problem is today, in this day and age, those same rallies aren't getting the people. For the free rally out and about to go see your guy do the WWE wrestling match, and he can't get the people, so he's canceling the rallies. And then when you see the room that he's in, and everybody's excuse is, oh, well, he's the president, so they couldn't get security and blah, 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 blah. For a room that basically is only about 100 to 200 people. Really? Really? No, you see the pictures that they want, and it looks full and white and old. And then you see the pictures that's come from the reporter in the back, and you see empty space that nobody's reporting because that's not the popular it bleeds, it leads that everybody up there is talking about. That's the problem. And they did it with this weapon. They're all bleeds, it leads. It's pure projection. That's all they're talking about. So bleeds, leads does not tell you everything. To save his ass. He knows because that's not the good story. That's not what's going to keep you watching. Because what kept you watching for 4 years is the fact that you were fucking on the edge of your seat. You were getting tired of your fucking alerts to the point where you might have even turned them off. Willing to commit a certain level of felony for this motherfucker. And that's what you want back? Well, they want it back because it's great commercially, they think. Not understanding that shit like that is how you actually lose your companies. It's how you lose democracy. And once democracy is gone, guess what, guys? Your companies are gone. All your companies are gone. They can't decide what's racist and what's not and how racist. Because unless the white men, the dictatorial white men, because that's the group right now that the GOP has decided that they're going to go with, they will decide for you if your company is important. You know, kind of like Putin does. And they will take their cut in taxes or other ways, but they'll take their cuts. And eventually they'll just do it exactly like Putin does. The underlayment and all you idiots out there will make your $450 a month and be happy. And shut the fuck up. And go do your job. Smelt. Haul. Sell.
make it to where we believe.
But you won't have your own companies because that dude right there says you can't have it. Because it's not part of what he believes that this country should be.
And this is all
That's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just not seeing it. I'm seeing that this man will get weaker and weaker. Now, yes, our media is going to chase his ass no matter what.
The paradigm and shift the paradigm.
But will they force this man to be the nominee by just shoving it down our throats again?
I've been saying this.
And that might be what happens. But let's actually point it out and be honest about it.
Like, oh, fuck Trump, fuck him, we're going to move on. It's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen. I know that.
Listen,
I'm not saying that's going to happen, but
a lot of those
I know that we're in for other things to happen. Lots and lots of other things to happen.
Because folks,
This is just the beginning. How close are we? I really do want to see.
And it perpetuates and perpetuates and perpetuates through this.
Okay, hold on. I just want to see one little thing.
That is absolutely.
Let's go over here. I'm just going to go here.
But it's
Because I just want to see, are they, as they talk,
His home is there. I have seen criminal cases.
yeah, they're going to talk more and more, and that's what I figured was going to happen, was they're going to talk more and more about how
During the trial,
the trial may end up in Florida. But again, I go to this.
and
We need to wait and figure out what the charges are.
panel,
When we know what the charges are, this whole world may change.
National Security, if they can't see,
Because
do we pick a jury that can pass a security clearance?
there is so much that the Republican Party has done that has been obvious and to the point of being stupidly obvious when it comes to the way that they communicate shit.
To a judge, then they can do things.
And sometimes so obvious that you just go, no, here's the proof that they're full of shit and they know it.
Security clearances, particularly judges in Washington, but
And I just have a feeling that as we get more and more into what the case is against all of these guys, and it may not just be the documents case. I think the documents case is one thing,
In the way,
but I think it's going to be the January 6th and the documents case
but
that may actually be kind of tied together in some ways.
Lawrence O'Donnell last night,
Because it's funny, I think they're both going to be indicted about the same time.
and that they believed that they had grounds for dismissal
some
on that.
people out there are
Let's
still
watch.
both sidesing stuff.
Issues like misconduct committed by Jay Bratt and his team in bringing the case to this level.
Huh?
That is something that you want to consider because
What?
expect that Jay Bratt has informed
What?
Jack Smith and that Jack Smith has informed the DOJ superiors, oh, by the way, these are the things that we did wrong. So that's part of what we...
Things we did wrong. Okay, again, bullshit.
Everything that he did.
I don't think that's fair.
See, I don't think that's fair. I don't have a ruling of any sort, even though every ruling we've gotten has been against him. Our media goes straight to, "Ooh, hold on, let's listen to his attorney."
Only overrule a special counsel decision on charging or important steps if they believe the special counsel hasn't followed DOJ practice.
Hasn't followed DOJ practice. Thank
They
you.
can argue this is a weak case. This
thank
is a
you.
case that shouldn't be brought.
Right.
They have to argue that the DOJ did something wrong itself.
And the unfortunate part that they've got, and I will keep screaming this, he's lost every fucking case. Every fucking case. Now, even you people who but no, even the Eileen Cannon shit was a delay. Oh, he's damn good at delays. He is the man with delays. I will give you that. He can delay a motherfucker like there's no fucking tomorrow. He can delay a motherfucker like there is no... He can delay motherfucking shit so badly that the companies fucking close because he threw them out of business, because he bankrupted them, because that's how long he fucking took. But you know what he did in doing that over and over and over and over and over again? Even with some of his own appointees. He bit his own ass and showed what he is. And unfortunately, I think that's going to bite him in the ass. See, we keep forgetting, and I don't understand why our media up here can't seem to understand that. The man is trying to move his company out of New York because he knows if he doesn't, it's dead. It's already worth almost nothing because it was a named company. In other words, it's based on the name Trump.
I saw someone say something to the effect.
And if the name Trump goes along the espionage line and is found to be a traitor, oh, okay, sorry, a seditionist, which so far, if you actually are following the bouncing ball, I think part of what you're going to get out of what's going to come is a seditious conspiracy charge. Sorry, it just is right there. It's in front of your fucking face. You may not like it, but that's where it's at. It's just true. These guys are just kind of like, yeah, maybe. No. We are
across the board, across the political spectrum.
What the heck?
No,
Yeah, sometimes you get emails right in the middle of your show that just make you go, huh? What are you talking about? Why are you telling me this? Oh. Oh, is she trying to tell me to go someplace cheaper and live? Sorry, just you get stuff every once in a while in email from family members, and it's like, what are you trying to tell me with this email? Yeah, it's a family member telling me, emailing me visas where you can live cheaper because the visas are made for remote workers. I love when she does stuff like this. It makes my day. So, getting back to what I was talking about before, it's just, I keep listening to what's flowing around. And I know it's because we are sitting here on indictment watch. We're not actually, we're not into anything right now. We're just getting people adding on to the possible GOP electorate. And we're getting closer to what are we getting? I see that's the thing is I think we're in for one of the weirdest. Probably, yeah. Only because of what just happened as the Supreme Court. We may be in for maybe one of the most annoying and strange. I feel like there's a group of us who are literally those kids that live through the beginning and the end of that 80-year cycle that we go through. In other words, we're the kids that sit right in the middle of it. We were born at the beginning of it, of the end of one, and we're close to retirement as we see the end of it and the beginning of it just starting up again, or pieces of stuff that we were taught in school that our parents went through. And right now, my parents are in their 80s. So here we are in this cycle of doing shit again that their parents watched as kids. It's crazy that we're doing this shit again.
about this Republican primary. All the other issues that are not.
I mean, we are. It's crazy. We're doing it again. Now, the players are a little different, but not much. I mean, if you just go back and read the history as put forth, not just by our books, but go and read the history that's online, especially since today you can translate most of it and actually read it word for word the way they have it and understand how close we are to what was happening back then, just less than 100 years ago, and how it's like, what the fuck are we doing? And why are we doing it here after a pandemic or during a No, we started before it, so we didn't even have the problem of coming off of a world war. Oh, we came off of a black president, which just irked a bunch of white folks. But I'm hoping that irk happened at enough of a point where their bullshit, which tends to seem to be around 18%, is still not enough anymore. And I mean, not even close to enough. I mean, it's still getting Budweiser to go, shit, for a minute. For a minute. But you'll notice that most of your LGBTQ crap is falling apart. And the reason it's falling apart is called science and constitution. When you have nothing, and all your laws are about is look over here, don't, then eventually your shit's going to fall apart because you're going to start treading on people's right to make money. And the minute you start treading on people's right to make money, Disney, hey, DeSantis, stop it. You're not going to win. First Amendment. Remember, that's how you made people out of corporations. You gave them First Amendment. Maybe you forgot where Citizens United came from, you ditzball Twinkie. But you're on your way to fucking it up. You keep this shit up. That's why Disney will win. For those of you who don't get it. Disney has to win to keep Citizens United in place. If DeSantis wins, unless they figure out some oddball, twist your arm behind your back and don't break it and get it back in front of you somehow, way of doing it, they're going to have to get rid of Citizens United. And they're not going to go for that. I think it hurt like hell for them to do what they did today. And tell Alabama, nope, you can't do that. Because they know what it's going to do. They know exactly what it's going to do. Now, they may have a few other cases that they may try and get through that may go the other way. Maybe that's why they did this. Because there's one other case that may fuck us all over where it literally just gets rid of all of our voting rights. Just 100% alleviates them. Says, nope, we don't get to do that. It's all in your state's control. 100% in your state's control. So if your state red, you're going to be red no matter what. Yeah, it don't matter what you vote. See, because that's what they want. They want dictatorship back. They want the king back. They can't fly to another country and get that back. And see, if you tell them, well, go fly to fucking Russia and be happy there. Well, no, that's not what we want. Yeah, it is. You just don't understand that that's what you want. You just want some other shit along with it that we keep telling you ain't going to happen anymore. Oh, it's some... No. We're trying to get rid of it everywhere. It's not great, but we're trying. We're trying. I mean, y'all really did a damn good job of kind of eliminating it in a few countries by taking their standard of living from slave to at least somewhat middle class, at $450 a month before you come out of poverty. Really? Yeah, sorry. It's just one of those weird little things that comes out of the way China puts their people, ranks their people, sets up their people. So it always, it's just weird, really weird. So he's talking about. I'm just going back and forth to see who's talking about what and what's going on. It's going to be a fun little time. We're at the 30 mark. That's why he's actually doing that, and everybody's on commercial. And I'm going to actually bow out at the 30 mark, only because I don't usually do Thursdays. Usually only do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I finally got onto Facebook too, so we want to add that on and get that going. And so that's what today is, just a quickie add-on. And
Consumer cellular.
oh God, what are we gonna do next?
There are more identity threats than
Tomorrow, I believe, if
LifeLock alerts you.
Things go the way I think they're about to go. If things go the way I think they're about to go, I think tomorrow, by the time we come on, we will have a better idea of what's in front of the grand jury. If the reason I believe that we're getting so many leaks is some of it is just leaked by kind of, I'm not going to say on purpose by the DOJ, but as you get to a bigger and bigger point where you're actually at towards the end, and that's why you bring these people in last, you get more leaks because you have more people who are in it, who are now at that point where they can speak. And you don't necessarily get leak because on purpose, but sometimes it is on purpose. It's just to make sure that
filing system makes it easy to organize boycotted people, places, and things so you can find them with ease. The large centered area can even fit your boycott sign.
Oh my God, I love this. He did a new ad.
So you can take it anywhere.
Or no, I guess this is just one of those
having a cluttered mess. Call now and get the boycott binder for just $29.99. Plus, you'll also receive our next rep as a bonus. Just loop it around.
Oh no, he brought that one back. The boycott
call
binder.
Right now, and we'll double the offer.
I love that. I love that. He comes up with some good shit. I hope the writer's strike is over by this week. I want it done. I want it done. I want it done.
This is the Tony Michaels.
So anyway, tomorrow I think we'll have a better idea what's going on. Whether we are in for indictment watch week next week, or whether we go into the weekend in a whole new world where we actually have a president who's been found guilty. Okay, wow, because let's get all this straight. He's been impeached twice, disgraced, and he lost everything from the moment he came down the escalator, except for the Electoral Congress one time. He lost, and he won case, and then he got a delay from a lady in one other case. But then he lost in New York, so he's actually an indicted. Was that for a felony? I believe that was a felony indictment. And then, but okay, but that's just the company. It's not him. I know. But then, see, he's been indicted because of something he did with a porn star and something else that somebody else may have lied about that may actually get the feds back to being interested in the Southern District. So there may be another case on top of what happens with the documents case and another thing on top of the January 6th. So don't be surprised. And oh, by the way, Georgia, and I know Georgia passed that law to try and get their DA to back down, and she's not going to. And see, what's going to happen is if they really do try and go after her, she knows what the fuck she's doing. She will release so much of this shit in a way that she will be cleared of everything. And all those fucking Republicans in Georgia will actually be indicted by the feds because they'll have no choice. So I think we'll keep, I'm not worried about Georgia. Georgia's going to be a whole nother. Now, what Georgia may actually help us with is actual jail time. Actual non-federal jail time. Now, it may not come quickly, but I could see a few people, especially a Giuliani and a Mark Meadows, maybe. I know Mark Meadows may have made a deal with the feds, but did he with Georgia? See, I want to know what was in his freaking emails, his tweets, his DMs, his everything. Did I just lose an entire system? Because it's so funny. I'm sitting here and one of my screens just goes, blink, blink. I think I lost my security system. Oh, no, I know what I lost. I know what I lost. I think I lost the Ring camera system connection to my Home Assistant. Anyway, sorry. A lot's going to depend this weekend and tomorrow what we talk about on the indictments and whether they come today and whether they're out of D.C. or Florida or if they're out of D.C. for Florida. I think the latter may be more in line with what we're looking to see come up. It's crazy. Because if we still have one more day. We still have one more day. And I'm beginning to wonder what it's going to be like. What is it going to be like once he is? Because I don't believe like I said, once we know what the charges are that he's indicted on, a lot will change. And I think until we know what those charges are and how they came about, stay tuned. That's all I gotta say. We've got a long way to go, and stay tuned because that's what's next, and that's what's up. I mean, that's why we gotta be. We're shooting the shit right now, so if you got a question, we gotta be ready. We got to be ready because I don't think it's going to be bad people out. I think it's going to be dancing in the streets for the most part. I have a feeling in Oakland, especially since it's going to be during Pride Month, that there will be Pride celebrations that will outflank a lot of what happens to the Republicans. Just saying. But until tomorrow, we will see you later.